With me today I've got Adrian Church from RESIMAC, and you've just introduced some changes to your lending at the moment. Do you want to outline what those are?
Yeah, sure, Phil. We've got some big changes coming, so we've been trying to manage our workflows to start with. We've been looking to do investment lending, so with the Reserve Bank coming out with their rules, we're not subject to that as a non-bank, so we are having a lot of investment loans coming in. We have a small team, so we're just trying to manage the flows. So firstly, we're going to increase the interest rates on the investment lending, so that's by 0.4 for nationwide. So that's only between LVRs of 60 and 80, so where the banks are outside, so we can still take that business, but we just got to make sure that we're balancing the portfolio and being able to manage the inflows that come in.
Do you think we're going to see a trend of higher rates on property investment loans across the country?
Yeah, I do. I think that'll just happen. So the same thing's happened in Australia, so we really follow what's happening over there. So all of the banks came out with different tiers of lending and different tiers of interest rates depending on the product.
And so when the Reserve Bank talked about changing the LVR limits, what happened to you guys? I imagine your phone went
ballistic.
Yeah.
It's 2013 all over again. So when the original speed limits come out, our volumes went from 40 million a month to 280 million a month. So we can't take all of that. We can still do some of it, but we just try to manage it. So we need to balance the portfolio. So we need the under and the over 80, and we need the under and over 60 now.
And so with the mortgage advisors, you're trying to encourage them to give you balanced business rather. Yeah,
absolutely.
So what don't you want?
We don't want a whole portfolio at 90% or 100% of a portfolio of investors. So we can do it, we can do interest only, but when people are taking cash out, really if people are buying an investment property, especially the new ones, they're using the equity in the owner occupied, so we're encouraging to take that one as well, and that gives me that 50-50 balance that we kind of need.
Yeah. And how about capacity? Obviously you're going to get a lot more applications coming in. How much room have you got?
If we can keep a balance, we've got as much room as we can write.
Yeah.
So our capacity issues are probably going to be more resourcing to be able to process it.
Yeah.
So we have our ResIQ online tool, so everyone has to submit business via that, and that pre-screens a deal, so that really shows people the dollar amounts, the servicing, whether we're about to do the deal. If it's all put in correctly, you can have a pre-approval in your hand within 10 minutes.
Wow.
So that actually gives you that. I don't want pre-approvals actually coming in and touching my resources because they haven't found a property.
And do you have any other changes coming up?
Yeah, so we've also got the application processing fee. So submit a deal to RESIMAC, you've got to pay that fee.
How much is that?
$475, which is basically our legal settlement fee. So what happens is we will charge that at conditional approval stage. So you've got your conditional approval in your hand, they pay the fee, and then they get that back when it settles.
And anything else?
No, that's the main things that we've got. So the interest rates, we'll continue to do the LVRs, and charging the fee.
Awesome. Hey, thanks very much, Adrian.